Another day, another Trevino and Santos slash Brianna Olsen beef, y'all. This just seems never ending at this point. And I just feel like, okay, when are they gonna step inside the ring and like just start boxing each other? Okay, if you guys do not recall, recently I had made a video that Brianna Olsen had said that she was going to be down in Texas and she was gonna pull up to Uncle Fester's house and that she wanted to box Trevino. However, yeah, clearly that has not happened. And I think actually probably by now, probably by the time you guys are watching this, Brianna Olsen is probably back in California and obviously nothing has happened. By the way, okay, I literally forgot to even mention within that video that I'm like, wait, like homegirl, like if you're pregnant, like why are you even talking about running up on somebody and trying to fight them if you're pregnant? You know what I'm saying? And speaking of which, okay, I just got to keep it so for real with you guys when it comes down to her whole pregnancy thing. Y'all, I saw her on live last night actually, and I was like actually being nosy and watching her live. She was live with the guy Machon, and she was talking about being pregnant and that she is in fact still pregnant and everything. So it's literally still till this day still being said that she's pregnant, okay? Also, somebody tagged me in a video, by the way, shout out to you, boo, I appreciate it, that I guess she had said that her due date is in March, okay? And I was sitting over here like adding the months, and I was like, well, I guess technically that would be the case, okay? If she did, in fact, if you guys do recall that she had announced her pregnancy with Santos, I want to say it was the first week of August. Everyone was saying by that point she should at least be 4 weeks pregnant, okay? That would mean, let's just say that she was, you know, probably pregnant around like, you know, the first week of July, let's just say, okay? And I was like, well, wait, I guess like 9 months from them would be around March, okay? I gotta say, this whole entire thing to me is just so baffling. It's so confusing because if you guys have kept along with my full-on stories over here of her allegedly being drunk at a party, her being seen with a drink in her hand, her being at multiple dinners and having drinks right in front of her, I'm baffled by this. I'm thrown off by this. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to like believe anymore, to be quite honest with you guys, because I really do feel like it would be the biggest mind-blowing skit that I have ever seen. Honestly, I'm being so for real. If she did in fact end up pushing out a baby, like for real, like say for example, if all along she acted like she was drunk, all along like, oh, it was her intention to be seen with a drink or to take a picture with a fan with a drink in her hand to make it seem like, oh, she's drinking, but in actuality, it's all for the bit, like to make it seem like, oh, she's not pregnant, look, she got caught here. Low key, that would be so well thought out and so well orchestrated that I do got to keep it real. I'm not even trying to be shady. I just kind of feel like I wouldn't like, you know, have that expectation of them to be so well thought out and so well like organized and planned like that. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep it real with you guys. I almost feel like they're gonna like just, you know, fool everybody and like in March or whatever, like show up with a new puppy. Do you know what I mean? And be like, oh, this is our new baby, that type of thing. Because I just feel like it's just been so many times now that she has been caught, obviously, you know, not looking like she's pregnant, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, this just keeps on coming up over and over again. And I'm like, damn, it just seems like, I don't know, I just feel like you would have to be so smart and you would have to be so like on top of it and like detail oriented to be like, okay, I need to act drunk, I need to sound drunk, I need to get into this argument, I need to have this drink with me, oh my gosh, I need to have this drink in front of me, you know, just for this Snapchat clip. Like, I just feel like it just seems like too much to keep up with, and I feel like they would have slipped up by now. So that's why I'm like low key, like I still kind of doubt that they're pregnant. However, yes, I'm still keeping room because y'all know I just don't want to look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want them to like pop out a baby and then I'm gonna be like, well, okay, I guess I was wrong. You know what I mean? Because this is obviously just such a confusing situation. Anyways, y'all, today we're going to be talking about the never-ending beef between Trevino, Brianna Olsen, and Santos. Trevino is getting up on her lives, y'all, and she is like trying to expose them in every type of way, saying that they owe her money because I guess if you guys don't recall, we did talk about this months ago when they were actually collabing with her. They had made a comment that they were going to like pay her or whatever to live stream with her. And I guess that's why she was like dealing with all of the bullying that she was getting from the TTS system. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, on Kick, you could like pay to send in a comment and it reads it out loud. And y'all, I posted on my Facebook. Okay, for those of you that have seen it on the Facebook, I literally posted like a compilation of how many times the TTS was roasting her. And like Brianna Olsen and Santos were just busting up laughing. And I guess apparently she was supposed to get paid for that and she never got paid for that. I do want to go ahead and talk about one single thing about Brianna Olsen and her whole entire visitation with Winter before this, because a lot of people were bringing this up and I was just like, girl, like maybe this is not a good look. Do you know what I'm saying? That I guess she was saying that she is going to be streaming with Winter. If you guys do not recall, 2K actually wanted it to be to where she's not going to be live streaming with Winter because I guess apparently like there's some type of like law or something like that like I guess only here in California though. Okay, as far as I know, I don't know if any other states are out there, that I guess apparently you have to like open, is it called like a Coogan account or something like that, to where if they are on YouTube, if they're on social media and you're making money and they're there, they need to be getting paid for that, and they need to be putting money into a separate account that they can't touch until they're 18 years old. So I don't know what's up with that, but she is specifically saying that she is going to be live streaming with Winter because obviously, as you guys know, she has to go down there to Texas to visit him. But then she had said that she's going to be turning off her monetization on it so that way she doesn't get paid for it. So I was sitting over here like, I don't know, like what's up with this in the court and whatnot. And low key, I got to keep it with you guys, like, maybe for the time being, just because they have to go to court again in January for like a reassessment, like, girl, why wouldn't you just not? Do you know what I mean? Like, why do you need to like live stream with him? You know, like, I get it that obviously people want to like see her, like, see how basically she acts around him as a mother. I get that people are obviously nosy in that aspect, but I just feel like for her sake and knowing that you have to go to court again in January, like, girl, just like let it go. Like, maybe after that, see where things go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it just doesn't really make sense. But I do want to go to play a clip to where she is talking about that. Go to check it out.
I am going to stream with Winter, but I am going to turn off my partner income on Kick, which means I won't be getting paid for those streams. And then I'm going to raise TTS to an amount that no brokey could afford. And even if they could, I also I already did it, but I put keywords that I blocked out of my chat, like certain like horrible things that you would say I don't want said around my son. Baby, let's go. I put keywords in my chat that are blocked out that certain people can't send on TTS. And, so I'm just doing all these things that I can stream with Winter and have a good time. And it won't be so like crazy chaotic. The trolls won't be able to do anything, guys.
So yeah, I just wanted to play that clip right there so you guys can have a little update that she still plans on live streaming with Winter, but like low key, if I were her, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, girl, I would just lay low and try to look as good as you possibly can to the courts. But I guess maybe she knows what she's doing, and I guess this isn't going against any, court orders, I guess. I don't really know. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the Trevino messiness over here, y'all. She was twerking up on her live, okay, looking ridiculous as she normally does, and she was bringing up this whole situation to where Bri Olsen did in fact say that when she's in Texas, she's going to pull up to Trevino, and obviously she didn't. So Trevino was talking about that up on her live. Check it out.
Wait, what was beside the bed? Go back. Crickets.
She's saying like she's gonna come fight me and stuff when she came to Texas. Like, you've been in Texas for 3 weeks. It's not my fault she's bow leg. Talk about me, and I literally don't talk about them, but yet their views on Kick are like 300. And if I get on Kick, I guarantee you I'm gonna have like 1,000. No, because she was never pregnant.
Wait a minute.
Under the internet saying that my daughter's had.
So there homegirl goes again. Okay, if you guys did not catch it at the very end, because that clip did cut off kind of abruptly, she was talking about like, no, they were saying like my daughter's pregnant or whatever, so she was going off about that situation again. You know what's so crazy? Oh my god, by the way, I love you guys for tagging me in things on TikTok. Like, for real, this is literally where I get all of my information to talk about in my videos on here, and I've been tagged into so many TikToks of Trevino talking trash about so many people's kids. I just have to say, like, somebody had tagged me in one to where Trevino was talking about somebody's daughter, and she's like, if your daughter looks anything like you, she is busted, she is ugly as hell, she's trashy looking. And I'm like, and apparently this person's daughter was like 7. So I'm sitting over here like, girl, you're sitting over here getting mad at everybody else for talking about your daughter, but then look at the way that you are, y'all. And there was multiple clips of her talking trash about people's kids. So I'm like, it sure is funny that like Trevino really likes to victimize herself and make it seem like, oh my god, people are talking about my daughter, but then she's doing the same thing too, y'all. I really do feel like everybody should have a general understanding, like, let's not talk about the kids, you know what I mean? But obviously Trevino, clearly she just, y'all already know with her, there's no limit to the things that she will say or do. She's a hot damn mess. I do want to go and talk about this money situation because we did briefly talk about this before, to where Santos, I guess, apparently was supposed to like take a chunk of her money that she was getting from Snapchat. So I guess Santos is like legitimately trying to get money from her, which I gotta keep it with you guys. Like, I just feel like I would just like let it go. But like maybe like Bri and Santos are like living outside of their means, honestly. Like, they don't seem to me though, like, if I'm being honest, they don't seem to be like too flashy. Like, I don't see them like rolling around in a damn Lambo, and I know that they be pulling in some good money because they get a lot of views and they get a lot of people sending them like TTS comments on their Kick streams, and I guess apparently they have a really big Snapchat deal and a good Kick deal too. So I'm like, I don't know like why they're so pressed on Trevino's money, but I guess apparently they really are trying to get money from hers, and she was talking about this up on a live, so check it out.
They actually have been trying to get money from me, and I don't owe them no money. If anything, he owes me money. Remember that time that they streamed in San Antonio and she let all her like TTS talk crap about my kids? I was supposed to get paid half of everything that they made, and they did not pay me. That's when I put a stop to it. He was supposed to buy me Christian Dior sandals, and he never did. So even when they stayed at the house that we were staying at, they never bought groceries. They would show up after they went to go eat, but never brought nobody else food. They're literally greedy people. They're greedy ass people, and they do not share anything, whether it's money, anything. They would never buy groceries. They're messy as well. And y'all might think I'm jealous, and I'm not, but guys, Brown in January, and she had different dudes in one weekend. If you don't think that that is freaking gross, then I don't know what to tell you. She had a white and that shit was brown. Like, I should have took a picture of it, but I'm not messy like that.
So yeah, there y'all saw from right there, she was going in on saying that he's trying to get money from her, but then really in actuality, she is owed money by him. And I guess apparently he was supposed to buy her like, what did she say? Like, was it Louboutin? No, was it like Christian Dior sandals or something? Can I just say this, y'all? Okay, even when she was briefly, like when they were actually collabing together, which I think was sometime over the summer, okay, I have to say this, like, she's just like low-key dumb, okay? And I'm not even trying to be rude, but I'm just saying, like, she really was, in fact, entertaining the idea of Santos managing her. And I just have to say this, she should have known from the jump. Like, first of all, you're 17 years older than this fool. And clearly he has no type of credentials to be managing people like that, okay? And I'm not saying that you obviously need credentials to do that. But what I'm saying is he's very young. Would you really trust him with all of these things? Would you trust him with your accounts and trust him with your finances? Like, to me, that's just kind of dumb. Do you know what I mean? Like, you would obviously, as somebody older, like, y'all, I'm literally just a year younger than Trevino. I would not trust a 20-year-old managing my accounts, having access to my accounts, having access to my bank account, my paychecks. Like, absolutely not. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, obviously I'd be like, like, I need to see like what you're going to provide for me. What are you going to do? Blah, 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 blah. And I just feel like she is just obviously, clearly she's just a little bit slow. Okay. I'm just keeping it real. Okay. I saw this video. And like low-key, I wanted to play it in a video, but then I just know people are going to be like so sensitive. But like somebody had said, and I forgot who it was because I really do feel, was it Evelyn Ortiz? I feel like it may have, okay, don't quote me on this. Okay, damn, I probably shouldn't have said her name, but I almost feel like it was. Maybe it was one of the Ortiz sisters, but someone had said who is a influencer. They were like, I really do feel like Trevino genuinely has a mental disorder. And I was like, I mean, low-key, you're not wrong. Okay, I'm just saying, like, low-key, if you follow along with Trevino, I'm like, she kind of does, you know what I mean? Like, there is clearly something wrong with her brain. Like, she just don't grow up. Anyways, y'all, I want to go ahead and play one last clip right here because she is trying to expose some receipts that make Santos look bad towards Bri Olsen, okay? You guys are going to see that she allegedly has text messages from him that are saying like, oh, don't listen to Bri, she's just jealous. And that allegedly, okay, Santos wanted Trevino to start an OF account, okay? And he had said that, I guess apparently that she would be making a lot more money or whatever. And I'm like, this just looks super, super messy, but we do have to take this with a grain of salt, and that's why I specifically was saying allegedly, because we already know, okay, if you guys have seen Trevino before, she has been caught texting herself so many different times. She has 2 different phones, so she could obviously text herself from one phone to another and just put the contact as Santos, okay? Yes, these receipts are from months ago, so obviously she would have, like, had to have orchestrated it from way back then, but I'm just saying, I don't put anything past her, okay? But then also, I don't put anything past Santos. And low-key, obviously, he has been caught now looking shady towards Bri and going behind Bri's back and going to hang out with Jordan and talking trash about Bri to Vale. And that was caught on record, too. So I'm like, I don't know. We can't really put anything past them both. But I'm like, damn, y'all, this looks really bad. And low-key, if I was Bri, I would be pressed. But apparently, like, she's just not really pressed about too much. Check this out.
This is Santos, and this is when he said, don't listen to Bri. She's just jealous. Laugh my ass off. Can y'all not see that? Don't listen to Bri. She's just jealous. Like, you guys. But y'all think it's me, right? Says, you could have made so much more money on OF. You are so hard to work.
Yeah, in my personal opinion, that looks really messy. And if I was Bri, I'd be like, what the hell? Like, why are you texting my op and saying, oh, don't listen to her, she's just jealous? That would trigger me, y'all, like low key. But I just feel like maybe Bri has this mindset of like, oh, everything's a skit, like everything's for attention, everything's for views. And she just kind of like lets everything go because she wasn't even really bothered about the whole Vale situation, which I'm like, I would have been triggered about that too. Like, Santos looks super shady going behind Brianna's back while she went to go visit her son. And he's literally over there hanging out with all of her ops, talking to her ops. Like, to me, I wouldn't deal with that. Like, low-key, I'd be pressed, but I don't know, y'all. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about this whole entire situation. It's clear that it is never ending. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.